This past Sunday, something huge in television happened, and that was the Family Guy Simpsons crossover. Well, it would have been huge about 10 years ago. At this point, the shows have been going on so long that I don't really care if they have a crossover or not. The Simpsons is entering its 26th season, and while I do love The Simpsons, it really should be dead by now. And I do like Family Guy, but it's very, very hit and miss. But I'm not here to talk about either show and what I think about them individually. I'm here to talk about the crossover episode. Now, this is still technically a Family Guy episode. It even starts out with the Family Guy title sequence and ends with its credits. It's not like this counts as a Simpsons episode and a Family Guy episode. It's just a Family Guy episode. The episode starts out with Peter creating a comic for a newspaper, and one of the comics he creates is a joke that is offensive to women. So of course he outrages the internet and bloggers, which I'm guessing they mean Tumblr. So now the town absolutely hates them, so they decide to leave the town again, and they end up in Springfield after they get their car stolen. And they first meet Homer in the Quickie Mart, and Homer offers them to stay at his house while they get things sorted out. Now, it can be very interesting to see how these characters interact with each other, but it can be very awkward and sometimes very off-putting. You can definitely tell what is a Simpsons joke and what is a Family Guy joke. And the contrast sometimes makes you feel uncomfortable, like something like this shouldn't exist. But it is fun seeing Peter and Homer get along so well. And I love the joke they did with the cutaway gag where Homer doesn't know how to set up one. And there's even a cameo from Bob's Burgers in that cutaway. Though in my opinion, Bob's Burgers is miles better than both of those shows. Currently. So later in the episode, there's a conflict that happens between Peter and Homer, and it's of course about the beer they drink. It turns out that Pawtucket Pat is actually just Duff with a label slapped on. So that initiates a courtroom scene where you see a bunch of the characters from each town sitting next to each other. You can see just how similar Family Guy is to The Simpsons. And like the whole court case is about intellectual theft. And probably one of the best things about that scene is the fact that the judge is Fred Flintstone, showing that hardly any idea is entirely original. So of course Duff wins the case, and Peter and his family get ready to go back home to Quahog. But not before Peter and Homer have this huge fight, which is one of the trademark chicken fights that Peter always has. And this fight gets incredibly ridiculous and very violent. And I like one of the lines Krusty the Clown actually says during the fight, which is, "Remember kids, TV violence is okay as long as you don't show a nipple." I mean, the fight gets into like really epic proportions. They even like get superpowers at one point. The fight is ridiculous, but it's fun. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this would have been a big deal 10 years ago, but now it feels just like, they're running out of ideas. It's still a fun episode to watch once or twice, but like I said, it can be very off-putting at times. Anyway, if you saw the episode, tell me what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it. And be sure to subscribe for videos I upload every week. And if you're feeling really generous, check out my Patreon page. And as always, thank you for watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take it.